And you will never be able to tune in. Tune in.
You know what it is.
My opinions are facts podcast.
Yeah. Straight up.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Good morning. Glad you're here to join me on another edition of My Opinions of Facts. Giving you today's predictions for the MLB and the NBA playoff game. Short schedule today. We got 5 MLB games and 1 NBA game for tonight. So not too much really go over. So I'm gonna get to these games quick because the first one starts at actually an hour and 5 minutes. So we'll get to that one. But all right, thanks for everybody joining. Everybody on Facebook Live, what's going on? It's probably my last day doing on Facebook Live because I prefer TikTok. That's where like my biggest audience is at, and YouTube. But I'll be on here and see if I can get some new people to join. But glad everybody's here. So no further ado, let's get to it. First game on the schedule today, we have the Nationals and the Braves. I did pick the Nationals yesterday just because a 7-game losing streak, and they're not that bad. They're not one of the best teams, but I think it was too good just to drop 8 in a row. So I picked that one. They did pick up the win against the Braves yesterday, but that was another day. Well, that was yesterday. Today is today. We got +1.5, of course, for the Nationals for today's game. Over under total runs 8.5. Heavy lean on the Braves, of course. Why not? They're better too. They're 14-7 at home. Like I said, with the Braves, it took them a while to pick up the pace. They had a super slow start at the beginning of the season, but I think they're starting to pick things up. But on the mound for both teams today, we have first for the Nationals, Trevor Williams, 2-4 on the season. ERA is 5.88. The WHIP is 1.57. Facing off against AJ Smith-Shawver, 2-2 on the season. ERA 2.76. A WHIP is 1.35. Like I said, heavy lean on the Braves. I'm just going with here. Something just telling me that the Nationals can pull another one out. I think when you got a slump like that, normally you just break out in the mold. Like, okay, let's get back to our winning ways. And I think the Nationals got a good chance here to win. I want to lean on them, but on my ticket, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take under 9 for that one. Because they do win, it's gonna be a low scoring game. Although both these guys' ERA is super high. Some people might take, you can tease it down to 8.5 to take the over, but I was going to take under 9. I don't think it's going to get 10 runs between the two teams. So Braves and Nationals, I take like I said, under 9 for that one. Next game we have the White Sox and the Reds. Wow, who would thought I would say the White Sox on a 3-game winning streak? That was crazy. Yep, I took an L on that one too yesterday. Like I said, but it is what it is. Yeah, like I said, that game was, what was the score of that? 4-2. Yeah, matter of fact. It was 1-0. Then once the 5th inning hit, I don't know what happened. It just Luis Roberts, though, he's one of the he's on the White Sox, so he don't get the coverage and the exposure that he deserves. But man, he's definitely he's one of the better hitters in the MLB. With that being said, game time starts 12:40 p.m. 9-12. The Reds are at home. They dropped 2 straight to the White Sox. Heavy lean on the Reds because we just do not believe the White Sox can go on a 4-game winning streak. I just can't see that happening. On the mound for both teams today, we have Bryce Wilson, 0-1 on the season, ERA 4.88 with a WHIP of 1.73. Facing off against Nick Martinez, who was 1-4 on the season, ERA 4.23 with a WHIP of 1.30. Yes, I don't care. I'm taking the under, if anything. Like I said, if you guys want to make a nice little parlay or lay just a whole unit on the White Sox to win again, it could be 4 in a row. They're, it could be a 4-game winning streak. I don't know. I don't see it, but I'm taking the I took the over 9 right here. They got over 9.5. I think there's gonna be a lot of scoring today just because the pitchers who we got. Both bad pitchers, both ERAs is about at 5, and the WHIPs are real high. So with that being said, with games like that, you figure both teams bats. So it seems like the White Sox bats are working. They're getting each game. They got the 5 runs each game, which is crazy. I'm shocked. So I think the Reds pick it up. I don't know if they get the win or not. I think the White Sox might caught a lucky streak, and I think the Reds are downtrending at the moment. So with this one, I'm just take the over 9. Should be a lot of runs coming in this game right here. So get to the next one. We got the Twins and the Orioles. Oh man, the Twins definitely doing their thing. They took both. They had a doubleheader yesterday. They took both games yesterday. They were pretty good, high scoring games too. Also, I should say. But nonetheless, today we got heavy lean on the Orioles today because they figure they can get up out that and just at least get a win out of here. They're at home and they should get one out of the series, I would think. But on the mound for both teams, we have Chris Paddack for the Twins. He's 1-3 on the season. ERA 4.76 with the whip of 1.20, facing off against Tomoyuki Sugano, who is 4-2 on the season. ERA 2.72 with the whip of 1.01. The pitcher alone, you definitely want to take the Orioles. Chris Paddack, every time I bet against him, he just does bad. I remember what game was it? Who was it? I think it was the Blue Jays, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I watched him give up 7 runs in 1 inning. Crazy. Yeah, he's one of not the better pitchers, but nonetheless, today, heavy lean on the Orioles. And I'm going with them too. I'm taking a -1.5 on the run line. I think they just at least get one out of the series right here. This should be the last of this one right here. Yep, today will be the last of the series right here. So I think they should escape this one and be 1-2 against them and move on to the next. But I like them here at this spot, 1.5. I'm taking a run line. Let's go to the next game. We got the Rays, who I took yesterday, which I kind of figured they would beat the Blue Jays. Facing off against the Blue Jays. We got the pitchers on the mound today. We got Littell. I'm sorry, I would say that. Littell. He's 2-5 on the season, ERA 4.40 with the whip of 1.11. Face off against Kevin Gausman. 3-3 on the season, 3.97 is the ERA. The whip is 0.97. The lean on the Blue Jays, they figure out of this series right here, they should get one. They're trying to get one out of here. They dropped 2 straight. They won yesterday. I'm sorry. It's 1-1 in the series. My bad, y'all. My bad. A little kind of rushing here. Me. Want mine back. Okay, here we go. 1-1 on the series. A lean on the Blue Jays. They kind of probably think they're going to snap back and get to it. Honestly, this is another game right here. I like the Blue Jays money line. I like Kevin Gausman. He's one of the pitchers that seems to get the job done when it needs to be done. And I think they come away with this one. I took the money line for the Blue Jays. That's what I'm going with. Next game, we have the Astros versus the Rangers. Like I said, Rangers have one of the better home records, of course, 15-8 on the season. And this is going to be great pitching tonight. I'm looking forward to a defensive game. A lot of good pitching. And here's why. We have on the mound for the Astros, Hunter Brown, 6-1 on the season, ERA 1.48 with the whip of 0.90. Face off against Jacob DeGrom, 3-1 on the season, ERA 2.72 with the whip of 1.02. Definitely going to be some great pitching here. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm definitely going to tune into this game also. I'll probably going back and forth between that one and then I'm pretty sure the Thunder game will start some point in time during that. But I'm going to check this game out. Heavily on the Astros. 2 aces on the mound, but Hunter Brown definitely has the lean. He has the lean with me also too. So with this one, when I see great pitching and the whip is that low, you know which way I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with the under. I took the under 7.5. They dropped to 6.5 now. Now I like 7.5 for this one. The over under total runs. It's gonna be some great pitching. I don't think too many bats are going to get the hitting, so the runs is not going to come in like that. So I'm definitely going with the under. With the Astros and Rangers. Oh, excuse me again. Yeah, I'm taking the under for that one. That's for sure. And all these games, I'm giving you a prediction. I'm just making one parlay. That's how I'm gonna do it today. I'm just one parlay. It's only 5 games. I'll make that 5 slip parlay. I'm not even doing a single bet today. But yeah, I'll take the under for the Astros and Rangers. So I'm looking forward to that one game. It's gonna be a real good one. Last but not least, we have them A's facing off against the Dodgers. Yeah, I tried, y'all. I laid a whole unit on the A's last night, and yeah, it didn't come through. But I'm not mad though. Definitely not mad because the A's definitely brought me some money in. So I'm not mad at that pick I took last night. It happens sometimes, but you can never be scared to bet. Never, 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 never. Okay. On the mound for both these teams tonight, we had Osvaldo Bido, 2-3 on the season, ERA 4.75 with the whip of 1.51. Face off against Matt Sawyer, 1-0 on the season, ERA 1.54 with the whip of 0.86. heavy lean on the Dodgers, and honestly, I'm running with the Dodgers. I think the A's. This is the last between these two anyway, so I feel they'll get back to it. They just want to get this win. Should be easy one against them. I'm going to injury report. Golov's still out for the A's. And for the Dodgers, like I said, still got Kershaw. He'll be back tomorrow. Edman will be back on the 19th. Hernandez will be back on the 21st, and Glasnow is going to be back May 23rd. So they're still missing players, but I think they get the job done tonight. I think the Dodgers just do that. They're going to get the runs in. So I'm taking for this one between the two, I'm taking -2 run line for the Dodgers. I think they put another beat down to them. Let's get this over with. They dropped one against the A's. That 11-1 made them think like, no, we can't do this again. So they're going to double back. They're going to be about -2 runs or more. So I'm definitely taking the -2 for the Dodgers. That is it for the MLB today, and we're going to give to our only playoff game we got tonight. That means the season's dwindling down. So now we're at the NBA. Like I said, if you missed my everybody who just jumping on missed my MLB picks, I took the Braves and Nationals under 9, White Sox and Reds over 9 total runs, Orioles 1.5 -1.5 run line, Blue Jays money line, Astros and Rangers, because like I said, great pitching going to be happening tonight. I took the under 7.5. A's and Dodgers. I took Dodgers -2 run line. That's the MLB picks. Now here we get to the NBA. I'm sorry, man. I think this is gonna be the last of Denver. I don't know what they're going to do. I never thought Porter and them guys, after they won a chip 2 years ago, they just went downhill. Westbrook, if he just had somewhat of a jump shot, it would be so much more different, but it's not. Here we are. So my prediction for this one, I'm telling you right now, OKC sending these guys home for sure. I think it's going to be close to the middle of the third when Jokic is going to get too tired. Like I said, I never seen a center inbound the ball, gets the ball back, and has to come down court and set the offense up. That shouldn't happen. That's like imagine Shaq back in the day getting the ball inbound. Kobe just throws the ball, or Derek Fisher giving the ball back. He comes down and try to run the offense at a 5. That's not supposed to happen at all. Jokic is definitely generational talent, but he's not made for that. So there's no way I'm looking at them to get this one. And plus OKC needs the rest too, because Timberwolves got the job done. They're gonna have more rest in them. So they got to win this game right here. They can't. If the Nuggets win tonight, they're winning the series. But I don't think they're going to win. There's just no way. OKC is just too stacked, and they got the towers down there with Chet and Hartenstein, which is funny because back in the day, being 7-2 with Chet, you would think he would be the 5, but he plays better at the 4 because he does got a pretty decent 3-point shot, and he's pretty versatile too. So I guess it works for him at the 4. But yeah, with this one right here. Definitely going with this. I'm taking the over 206 in that, or sorry, 216.5. I call that 216.5. I took the over for that one. Even if it's a blowout, they're going to score 120. I can see the score being 120, maybe 121 to 99 or 101. But even if it's close, I'm definitely taking the over. So I'm taking the over for that one, 216.5. The line bounced up to 217.5. For Chet, I took 15 points for him. SGA 7 assists. He's been averaging 7.5 assists a series. And also too, it's funny because he's scoring a lot, but it's not demanding of him to score. Maybe game 2 was like the most they had to depend on the score, but other than that, he's dishing the ball off. So his assists has really been there. Like I say, he's averaging 7.5 assists this series. So I'm taking for 7 assists. And Jalen Williams, 20 points. He really been the guy that's been showing out. Him and Chet really been showing out. And Hartenstein, I normally take him for player props. I'm gonna just wait on that one. I found more value in the Jalen Williams and Chet, because the Chet is actually 14.5 over plus 100. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance on this one tonight. I lean heavy on OKC player props and the over, just because I think the series is over. It has to be over. I think they get it done tonight. I don't know. I mean, like I said, Denver should have the advantage because they're the altitude, but guess there's no effect for OKC. It just looks bad. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing OKC and the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, which is going to be better than what you guys think. Because, oh man, I cannot wait. SGA versus Ant-Man. And Ant-Man done put out all of our favorites. He put all these Hall of Famers, sent them all home. Man, he sent them all home. Definitely great. And if it does become OKC and the Timberwolves, it's up to Rudy Gobert, especially if they're playing against OKC, because they got the length, but they need him to do it because he's going to be the biggest guy on the court. But he's so clumsy. So hopefully they get his coordination together by that time, because this is their best chance to get to the Western Conference Finals. Because next season, oh man, but that'll be another time, another day. But yeah, that's my prediction for that game right there. The over, I got 216.5. Over total points, you'll probably catch at 217.5, but you could tease it down to a whole point if you want to. You should get some value in that still. I took Chet Holmgren for 15 points. You can take the 14.5 over. Either way, it's plus value. Plus 100 is the value for that one. SGA 7 assists. I believe he's definitely going to dish the ball. These guys are going to get scoring, and I don't see it. He might get 30, but if he gets 30, it's because everything's just going to be falling for him. Like I said, the third quarter, I see the midway through the third quarter, this game gets probably out of hand. And my last one for this, and this is all a parlay too, 4-slip parlay. Jalen Williams, 20 points. I'm taking him for that. He been doing this thing. I think he averaged a 22 a game this series right here. So yeah, I'm riding with OKC. I would believe in Denver, but Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, them guys, Jamal Murray, I don't know what's going on with these dudes. I don't know what happened. And Westbrook, unless he has a lights out game and he can hit some threes. Yeah, I see them guys going home, and there's going to be a lot of regrouping next year. Oh, I can imagine what Denver's going to do. First, they're going to start with a coach, and then from there, they're just going to see what they can do after that. But yeah, I think they go home, they get a chance to regroup. They're going to be in Cancun, fishing with the Warriors, who got sent home last night. So they'll be joining them tonight, I believe. Denver, decent season for what they went through. So mad props for that. But I'm gonna run down everything one more time for the MLB. Like I said, I have the Braves and Nationals under 9 total runs. White Sox and Reds over 9 total runs. The Orioles -1.5 run line for the Orioles. Blue Jays money line. Astros and Rangers, like I said, great pitching tonight. 2 premier pitchers under 7.5 total runs. I got the A's and Dodgers. Dodgers get them out the way. They dropped that one in the first game, but they're going to bounce back. I took -2 run line. I parlayed all that up to 5. 5-slip parlay. I'm not doing single bets with no game tonight. There's not enough games for me to do that. So 5-slip parlay for the MLB, NBA. Once again, like I said, it's the 4-slip parlay. Over 216.5 total points between the two teams. Chet 15 points. SGA 7 assists. And Jalen Williams 20 points. I'm rolling with that one. That's a 4-slip parlay. Thanks everybody for joining. Like I said, people was on YouTube and my TikTok family. I'll be back tomorrow. Definitely missed that fan base. That's my huge fan base. A couple guys messaging me and stuff. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow on TikTok Live. May 16, my band's lifted. So you catch back on there. But I appreciate everybody who jumped in and out and whatnot and stick with me on YouTube. Everybody on Facebook. If you missed my picks, you can go on YouTube. 223 ENT. My opinions are facts. 223 ENT. My opinions are facts. You can check me on there. You can also get a review for all the games tonight. So like I said, it's a short slate today because tomorrow going to be heavy games. Everybody play tomorrow in MLB. So, Friday nights, MLB, always a huge night. NBA tomorrow. Believe there's nope, there won't be no game tomorrow, I believe. But if not, let me see. If I don't win, can I get a return? Shout out my cousin Kiki. The only thing I return is return a favor by giving you better picks tomorrow. That's the best I could do. But appreciate you being here. Like I said with everybody, thanks everybody for joining. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be back on TikTok Live. Also, I'm gonna stay on Facebook too, although I really don't lean toward Facebook. But I'll be on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. You guys can already catch me here. Like I said, whoever missed my picks, make sure you go on My Opinions Are Facts 223 ENT page on YouTube. You can get the recap all my picks for the MLB. Only 5 games, so it's a short slate today. And I got my NBA pick. Everything I said to you is a parlay. So thanks everybody for joining. See you guys next time. Let's have a good day today. Let's get a clean sweep. So that's 9 picks total. We're gonna go 9-0 today. We're gonna have some money to cash out. So until then, next time, signing off, sincerely yours. It's me, Izzy. He gets busy. Until next time, peace.